refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
It's draft day. It's draft day. Welcome everybody to another episode of RBO. Did you miss me? I know it's been a couple of days, maybe even a couple of weeks, but your boy is back and we're here to talk about one of the biggest times during the NBA season. Well, actually the NBA offseason, and that's the NBA draft, okay? We got a mock draft that we're going to do today. And I got a special guest that's going to come on. He's a part of the network. I'm going to bring him up here in a second. But before we get to all of that, I would like for you to like, subscribe, share this video with anybody that's an NBA fan, WNBA fan, or just a basketball fan in general, because we're about to broaden our horizon. We're about to touch on a lot of different things going forward in the future, and you do not want to miss out on that. Also, down low, there's a link to become a member with the R2L family. I would love for you guys to click on that link as well. With that link, it gives you perks such as you get to enter these chats that we have on Instagram where you get live debates, you get live updates, you get to laugh. Some people cry. Like, there's no crying, y'all. I'm lying. It's cries of joy, you know, especially when, you know, your team wins. You battle with somebody all week, especially during the football season. You're battling all week. That Sunday, you put a spanking on them, and it's that Monday morning, Misery Mondays is a very popular thing. So definitely tap into that. It's like a family that we're growing. And we just had our annual R2L day where everybody come together in person. And we had a basketball tournament. And, you know, your boy RBO Vaughn had to step up with my captain, Team Tomlin. We had to get that chip, man. But one more thing I want to let you guys know before we get started onto the show. We have a lot of different shows on the network. I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not the only one. We have a baseball show, a boxing show. We have guys that touch on a little bit of everything. So down low in the description, all those shows are also linked as well. Tap in with those guys as well, man. Those guys know a lot about what they're talking about, and you will learn a lot. So without further ado, we're going to get started, man. We got the mock draft for just the first round that we're going to do. And then later on the show, we're just going to touch on a couple of trades and signings that had happened in the past couple of days and weeks. So make sure you tap in and be in them comment sections. We see all the comments. We already got I think every show, this is our first comment every time. And we appreciate you very much. So I want to bring on a special guest. My guy, like I said, we have a plethora of shows on the network, and it's only right that I bring in my guy that touches on college basketball. This is the NBA draft. Who knows more about the players coming out than my boy? You feel what I'm saying? He's also the MVP of the whole network. The whole year he just had, he been putting up numbers. So he's someone that you definitely want to tap into. He does a lot of hard work. He does his due diligence, and he would not disappoint you. But without further ado, I'm about to bring up my guy, Carl.
Appreciate the intro, man. Appreciate the intro.
Oh, man, I got the intro slow. Let it flow. Let it flow.
My mic is tripping. All right. I'm good now. All right, cool. My mic was tripping. Appreciate the intro for sure. Man, I'm ready to get into it. Like I told y'all backstage, I think my mock draft gonna be a little controversial, but I'm ready to get into it, man. And shout out to you again for winning the tournament for sure. And last thing I'm gonna say, Mangus, if you haven't reached out already, we saw yesterday that you were a member. For some reason, we didn't get the noti. Please reach out to us so we can give you everything that a pro member gets with our memberships. And we again appreciate you for becoming a member.
Yes, sir, Mangus. He been holding it down. He right here already. You feel me? It's my. I think this is the one that called me Von Wall. I believe. You know.
Yeah, I think he
I got hit it every once in a while for my boy. You feel me?
Look alike.
But appreciate you for sure, man. Good, thanks for joining the family. You would not be disappointed, my boy. We're going into a lot of upgrading, and you coming at the right time. So, Carl, how you doing today, my boy?
Feeling good, man. Went to the gym, iced my hamstring. That's just feel a little bit better.
Hey.
But we an hour and a half away from the draft, and I can't wait.
Yes, sir, man. It's a big time. It's a big moment. A lot of young players, not just the players, their family lives are just about to change within just a second. One phone call and things are going to change for these guys. And recently, they've been saying this is one of the best, the deepest drafts that we've had in a while. How do you feel about that part?
I agree with that. Also, hey, some of these players might be taking a pay cut the way NIL been lately. So that one phone call, the way NIL in the college been, might be taking a pay cut. But all joking aside, some of these guys a lot of these guys will be able to live out their lifelong dreams of making it to the big leagues. So I always feel, even though I have nothing to do with it, I always feel happy for guys like that.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's always, it's good to see people, like you say, live out their dreams, I got a nephew, shout out to my bro Joe. He said he want to be in the NBA. And, the way he working, I can definitely see that. And, just to see someone work, and then finally make it, just a beautiful thing, man. So shout out to all the people in the draft. But without further ado, man, we about to go ahead and get this thing crack-a-lacking. You feel me? So for our first pick, we have the Wizards on the clock. And before we give our picks, we actually have a Wizards fan waiting in the wings, to give his piece. And I gotta bring up, this is another guy part of the network. He's on the show of his own as well, In the Red Corner, our boxing show, him and two other guys. But he's also my team captain, and that is my boy Tomo.
What's up? Oh, I gotta get that in camera. What's up, fellas?
Hold on, man. I gotta get you right.
I got you.
Shout out to HOA.
You see it back there? You see it?
Yes,
it?
sir.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. You can't spell Wizards without winning or W. Either way, it's all W's around the board. That's all I'm saying.
Throw Washington Wizards in there, then you got it.
What you mean? Wizards winning? It's all the same. There is an N.
In Washington.
There is.
All right, Tom, welcome on, man. I can tell you're doing great, man. You got your attire on. You're looking like you about to actually be at the draft to actually announce your pick. So go ahead, give us your pick, who you think y'all gonna get and why.
And with the first overall pick, it's been a long time since I could say this as a Wizards fan. I think the Washington Wizards, man, I think they're gonna shock the world. I think they're gonna get Darren Peterson, man. I think they're gonna really shake the table and go grab Darren Peterson. I've been seeing a lot of interviews with AJ, and I've been hearing like little small stories just around the city about how the front office is really gravitating towards Peterson. I know Shams has said a lot about AJ and how he brings that superstar factor. He's gonna fill the seats. He is that guy on camera, but I think Peterson is going to be the player that fits the culture with the Wizards, as you can see. And if you are close with the Wizards and watch, their background about jump seasons and just the players that they draft, it looked like Darren Peterson will fit right into that culture. And I think they're going to shake the league up, man. They're going to go Peterson number one.
Wow, okay. I know last time, when I was on the R2L show in the background, you was speaking highly of Darren Peterson. I felt like that's where you were kind of leaning, So I'm going to go and give y'all my pick. You feel me? I'm going to let y'all know who I think that the Wizards are going to get and I think that they should get. I think with the number one overall pick, the Wizards can't be crazy, man. You know, they got to go ahead and pick up that boy AJ the Bankster. You got to pick him up. There's nothing that he can't do on the basketball court. He's the most athletic player on the court. He is, I think, has the most superstar potential. He has the most aura in the draft, in my opinion, as well. So one thing that did steer me away was all the talking he's doing. Like he's saying, "Yo, Trey Young, I need that number 3 and this and that." Da, da, da. It's like I love the confidence, my boy. So I think the Wizards should go ahead and pick up AJ. Now, if they do pick up Darren Peterson, I would look and say, you know, I feel like they could have traded the Jazz just to get some type of assets because, you know, they really want AJ. And, you know, I feel like they would give up something, especially if y'all plan on just getting Darren Peterson anyway. You feel me? So that's me right there. I just think AJ is just the consensus number 1, man. And you just, from the access, it's hard to deny it.
Sorry, HOA. We're gonna be fighting on camera today.
It's all good.
I got the Wizards going AJ DeBansa as well. Not only is AJ DeBansa potentially a superstar on the court, but he's box office. He's gonna sell tickets. Him and Trey Young, backdoor cuts, backdoor lobs. DeBansa, he can battle in that paint. He could develop a turnaround game, a better one. Develop a better jumper. Even though I feel like he has a solid jump shot already. I see where you're going with the Darren Peterson pick, but I feel like, and not to say that Darren Peterson wouldn't be the best guard that y'all have drafted of recent years, but y'all have drafted a ton of guards already. And I feel like y'all believe in the guys y'all drafted. Now, yes, like I said, Darren Peterson would be the best guard y'all have drafted in the past 3 years. But y'all got a bucket in Trey Johnson that y'all can let bloom. You can have AJ on that wing. Trey Young at that point. I think the extension to me screams that they're drafting AJ DeBansa. So I got AJ DeBansa.
Fellas, I'm with y'all 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 to infinity and beyond. If you want to say percentage wise, as far as what AJ will bring to the Wizards, I'm just more so going with what I've been hearing closely. And if you the Wizards right now, either way, you can't lose with either player. So Vaughn, if the Wizards do go number 1 and say they pick Peterson, okay, I'm gonna be a little upset because you could have called Utah and found a way to make that play happen, right? Where you can go back to 2 and still get Peterson. Or worst case, you trade with Utah to give you another player, and they take Peterson, and you get DeMonster at 2. So either way, you could win, depending upon if Utah want to play that type of that smokescreen game. But I think, bro, it's just the mindset, bro. I get what AJ is gonna bring to the front office as far as selling tickets, and what he's also going to bring with Trey Johnson, with Trey Young and Trey Johnson. I think he's been working out too, and he's been bulking up. So he like, look, I hear y'all trying to go get Peterson. I'm gonna let y'all know y'all got Peterson at home already, but Wizards will find a way to probably get him, make him a plug and play, because you got we just signed Trey Young, 4 years?
4 years, 212.
There you go, and then you got to have a backup there. Now I know they believe in Bub, but can Bub be a Darren Peterson? And Darren Peterson come in and take over at some point and become the one. And then now, if you look at it, the Wizards could potentially have 2 or 3 starting 5s in their rotation if they play it right.
I say a lot of people keep talking about Darren Peterson at the 1. I really think he's more destined to be a 2. In my opinion, I think his skill set is just he's a bucket. Like he's probably the smoothest scorer in the draft. Like it looks so effortless with him a lot of times. You know, he left a bad stain with everybody with the whole coming out the game and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of rumors that go around in college that just aren't true. Like the Paulo incident, how they kept saying he was losing weight and all this kind of crazy stuff during the game. He's like, what? What did they even come up with this? So I think that Darren Peterson, I think he's a really good player. Like he's definitely all that. It's just AJ. It's all that with the athleticism, with the superstardom, like with the confidence. Like he just has everything, in my opinion.
He got that mindset too, because Tomo talked about that mindset. I think AJ has that dog mindset as well.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he definitely gonna need it because again, when you get to DC, there's gonna be a lot of distractions when you come here with the city, and of course, you know everything that y'all said, the fanfare and the aura. That aura that you bring back to the city, Trey Young tried to bring just a little bit of it when he once he got traded. So of course, when he get on the court, it's gonna rebuild it. But remember what the city was like when John Wall was here, and I really feel like that's why I said I'm going back and forth, but I feel like the Wizards are gonna go Peterson. If they do get the Banster, it'll definitely feel like that Wall era again, where it was just like, man, everybody got to come to a game because you never know what's gonna happen. Playmaking all around the board, and you still got pieces that they can get rid of. Shout out to my trade on Twitter, Carl.
No, we're not shouting that out.
They try and get another lottery pick, so you don't know what's gonna happen tonight.
Don't know for sure.
Good luck.
I appreciate it.
I'm serious. Good luck. I'm not trolling.
No, I know.
HOA, bro. HOA. Good luck.
No, I need D'Lo off my team, so I'm with you. So yeah, they need to make it happen.
He just re-signed with y'all too, so
he did that so he can get out of here.
I don't know if D'Lo gonna be a part of any of that. D'Lo might be like an in-season trade more so than a draft day trade.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be more of a during the season, yeah. Because he got to show something a little bit, in my opinion.
You gonna see, man.
All right, Tomo, man, you got anything else you want to add about your Wizards and your number one pick with Peterson?
Hey, man, well, the time is here. You know, it's been a long time coming. We should have had Dylan Harper. We could have had Wemby. But, you know, we are part of the one.
No. That was us.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That was us.
Hey, I heard the story. We was one ping pong ball away. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The story was there. The league set us up. They didn't give us Wemby or Harper, but they made it so that we can get one of these perennial all-stars coming out of the draft now. So, hey, Wizards, do the right thing. I'm going to sit back, watch the rest of the episode. I'm going to be in the comments, but I'm going to also be excited whichever way they go.
Sir.
I can't be mad at it.
Hey, man. Appreciate you from coming on, Tomo, man. You know what I'm saying? So, if everybody don't know, Tomo also is on the main show. So, you definitely about to see Tomo again. And we're going to break down the whole draft, I believe, on the main show. And your boy will be on there with him as well. So stay tuned for that as well. And you want to add something to that, Tomo?
Yeah, I was just about to say on Thursday, we definitely going to do the recap. So y'all definitely going to see the reaction of what happens to tonight. Y'all might get a video depending upon how crazy the draft pick go. And also Sunday, we got In the Red Corner coming back for another episode. It's been a lot of talk with Tank and Haney. And another big fight happening this weekend. We got Boots fighting. So y'all be prepared for that as well.
Yes, sir. I think I seen some of that on Twitter. Then Haney or Boots, not Boots, Devontae Tank. Yeah, he posted a picture of Haney on like the canvas, right?
Yeah, it's getting
I
crazy.
saw that.
Man. It's getting crazy. A lot of Twitter fingers in this boxing world, but we got to talk about it.
Facts.
Hey, MVP, appreciate you for having me on.
Yes, sir.
HOA, man, y'all do y'all thing, man.
Yes,
See
sir.
y'all.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, man. You heard the Wizard fan. He want Darren Peterson. You know, a lot of people like his game though. They try to compare him to Kobe or something like that. I don't agree as much, but I see where they're getting at. I'm leaning more towards Devin Booker. He feel me, but
I like low key. I like a little Brandon Roy.
I like that too. I like that as well. He got game. You know what I'm saying, which will lead us into our second overall pick, and you know. Carl might got the same guy I got, and that's Peterson. You got to go with Darren Peterson. There, he's obviously the second best player in the draft. Like I said, if it wasn't for AJ, he would be number one, clearly, in my opinion. But I think he will fit alongside what the Jazz got going on. You know, they got good point guard play with Keontae George. What's my other boy name off the bench?
Isaiah Collier.
He got Collier over there balling. I think that. Also, they got the bigs, Jaren Jackson. They got Laurie Markkinen over there still. They still got the other big man. What's his name?
Walker Kessler, who's currently I think in a contract dispute.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. So they got the size and they got the point guard play. They just need a certified bucket. Not to say Keontae George's not a bucket, because he's a bucket too. He's definitely a bucket. But pairing him and Peterson together, because they want to see something out of Keontae George this year, from what I'm hearing. So I think that it's safe to say that Darren Peterson will be going number 2 to the Jazz.
Yeah, I do have Darren Peterson here. Obvious, best available if AJ goes number 1. A guy who can score from anywhere, gets to the bucket very, not relentlessly, but effortlessly. Yes. Can shoot the ball. He shoots the ball really well, actually. Now, some people might look towards that St. John's tournament game as a little knock. I mean, hey, I don't. Some people have bad games. It is what it is. Also, I know you brought up the controversy of him throughout college. Again, I don't really hold that towards him in the pros. Who knows what actually happened? Like you said, rumors get spread. Try to make sense of what you're seeing.
Facts.
So I think Darren Peterson goes to the Jazz if AJ goes number one.
There it is. Hey, we got no argument there, my boy, at all. So I'm gonna let you take over for number 3. Say your pick first, and then I'll go after you.
All right, cool. So with the third pick, the Grizzlies, I have Cam Boozer here. Now I will say this: I thought about Darius Acuff, and the reason why I thought about Darius Acuff is because of the whole Ja situation
Yeah.
and how they're thinking about moving off of Ja. But the Grizzlies have a later pick at pick 16, and I feel like that's the pick where I'll have a solution just in case they can move off Ja. And they do have Scottie Pippen Jr. still, who I loved as a undrafted free agent coming out of Vanderbilt. So I have Cam Boozer here. Cam Boozer is a guy who can possibly stretch the floor. Not the greatest defensively or shot blocking, but doesn't have to be. Why? Because they have Zach Edey from Purdue who can protect the rim. He could score in the paint. So he unclogs the paint for Zach Edey. And he can also pass. I feel like Cam Boozer is an underrated passer. So I have Cam Boozer here at 3 to the Grizzlies.
Okay. So you have no argument with me. I also have Cam Boozer going number 3. Now I know if you guys been watching RBO, I did on the episode before say that I think Caleb Wilson should get drafted before him. But as far as the fit, I think that he fits a lot better with this Grizzlies team, especially if they keep a Ja Morant. Like Carl said, he can help stretch the floor. Also can put the ball on the floor and get his own bucket at times. He just more skilled and polished than the Caleb Wilson at this moment. So I think that he would fit really well with this team. I don't think he's like a loud guy. He's more of a chill guy. And I think that's something that they would need. And like Carl said, I was leaning towards a guard as well, but they got a lot of guards over there. They got Ja still. They just got Walter Clayton Jr. over there now. They got Scottie Pippen over there. I think Ty Jerome's still over there right now. So they got
Might be. I don't know if he's a free agent.
they got guys over there in the
Don't forget about
moment.
my boy Cam Spencer. Cam Spencer was.
Oh yeah,
balling.
they also got Cam Spencer. You're right. They do got Cam Spencer. I like that. I think losing Jaren Jackson is this would be a good replacement for him. He doesn't bring the same thing defensively, but on the offensive end, I think he brings the same thing and a little bit more, in my opinion, because I think he played just a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end. Oh, and Mangus, what I'm going to do later, either today or early in the morning. Well, actually, after this, I'm going to post photos of the mock draft on the Refuse to Lose on my RBO page. So I will post that the link on here with just the my name on IG, so you can see our picks and everything.
By the way, Ty Jerome is still there for this season. He has a player option at the end of this season.
Oh yeah, there it is. So they guard heavy right now, unless, like you said, they move on some pieces. All right, so we about to move on to the number 4 pick in the draft, and we got us another guest representing his squad. You know what I'm saying? This is my guy, one of the most loyal R2L members that we have. He's always in the chats, always on the shows. You know, in the chats on the shows, showing love, sending out what's the paid things called, Carl? When you pay for
Super chats.
Super chats. He's sending super chats. He does it all. So without further ado, I'm about to bring my guy up here, Big O.
Hey man, hey, appreciate that intro, man. How you guys doing today, man?
I'm great, man.
Hey man, new team. Hey, look, man, we got a new team, man. I'm pretty excited, man. You know?
Yeah, man. So before you talk about your pick, how you feel about getting a guy like Nick Claxton on your team?
I feel great. Only thing that's a downfall, Nick just don't shoot. That's the only thing. But I think I don't know if we're gonna keep Jalen Smith though. So we keep Jalen Smith, him and Jalen can go ahead and rotate a bit in there, you know. But I do like Nick though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We got some blocking, and it's better than what we had last year.
Yeah, he's a good rebounder too. So
yeah, he is.
He'll play well with y'all out there.
Yeah, we've been trying to get Nick for like the last 2 years though, so I'm just kind of happy it came through, man. That's what happens when you get new management, man. Everything brand new.
Yes, sir. All right, my boy. Welcome to RBO. You feel what I'm saying? I see you representing your Bulls. You got your hat on.
Yes,
You know what
sir,
I'm
man. Got
saying?
that hat on.
Y'all looking sweet this year. Number 4 pick. You also have a what's that?
15.
The number 15 pick.
Yes,
Number
sir.
15 pick. Okay, so if you want, you give both of your picks for both of those, so you ain't gotta just come back and forth. You feel what I'm saying? So
No, that's
go ahead.
cool.
You can start off with your number 4 pick. Who you got? You guys getting and why?
Hey, man, I got us going to North Carolina, man. We're going to go
Okay.
ahead and pick up that boy named Caleb Wilson, man. The reason why I think we're going to pick up Caleb Wilson, man, because he's a guy that's going to go ahead and stretch that floor, too. Him and Modest together is going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? And him and Giddy, like it's gonna be pretty good, man. Caleb got a nice little post game too that I like. So I just can't wait to see how that's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? When we finish getting our team together, because right now we still going through some reconstruction right now, though. But
Definitely.
but the 15th pick, I didn't really have a pick for that one for real. But I'm just going off what I've been seeing lately. I don't know if Carl's gonna like this,
Nope. I already
but
know he's
I
going.
think we're gonna get the dude from Baylor. That's what they got us
Cam
projected to
Carr.
get.
A car.
Cam Carr. I don't really know too much about bro, but I did see he was averaging like 15 or 14 in college.
Bruh's a bucket.
I saw he wasn't shooting that bad from the field. So I was like, okay, I like that. We do need some guys though, because like I said, we in reconstruction right now. For real, the only thing I think we got is just Giddy. I think we still got Trey Jones, and I'm trying to think who else we really got.
They
It's,
got
it's, it's
Giddy
pretty weird
Jones.
right now.
Y'all got Rob Dillingham still too, right?
We still got
They do
Dillingham. I
got they
forgot about
dab
Dillingham. We do still got Dillingham. And I think that's basically it, bro. Because when I really looked at the roster last night, I was looking, I'm like, woo, it's looking pretty crazy. It's just people there. Now, somebody that need to get off the roster, if somebody try to take a trade tonight, man, we got Patrick Williams, man. I'm putting him out there now. Hey, Patrick
Right.
Williams, he can go ahead and get him out of here.
You been
Because we
trying
would
to get
not
those
make that
guys for the
mistake
longest.
tonight. I promise you. We would not make that mistake tonight.
Every
I
Bulls
remember when
fan
we
wants some
drafted
dogs.
Patrick Williams, we could have drafted somebody else. I forgot who it was, but it was a dog. And it was better than Patrick Williams.
Well, Patrick
But
Williams to his defense, well, to y'all defense, started off actually pretty well with y'all. It's the latter of Patrick Williams has been bad.
Yes.
yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
fact.
It is. I can give it that. But still, Patrick is not Patrick no more, man. He's been getting on my nerves. And I'm not the only Bulls fan that says
Oh, I
that.
know every Bulls fan I know
The
has been saying
comments
that.
eat him up. The comments eat him up every
But
game.
you know what's funny though? Y'all picked him 4th overall. Just like
That's
y'all
what I
got the
said. We
5th
picked
pick
him
this year.
fourth.
And it's guys like Denny, Vassell, Tyrese Halliburton are some of the guys that you could have gotten that year. So hopefully this year,
Don't remind me of Halliburton. I think that Halliburton the year we drafted Killian Hayes.
Yep.
Oh Lord. At least you got a better player in that draft than we did.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, man.
you side of
He ain't better
at
now. Hey, what's your player doing now? He's still on your team?
Killian Hayes has been off the Pistons for like 2-3 years, bro.
I don't know what he
Just
had.
got back in the
man.
league.
Hey, I
With
got to catch up
Sacramento.
on him. I guess he was just like a nobody. He wasn't just popping out there.
No, he
you
did
know.
nothing.
Yeah, a couple
Yeah.
games, I'll say.
He did. I can't give him that. He did have a couple of games, but
Yeah,
he was saying he was learning Chinese after like 2-3 years. But I
No,
mean, he made a
Oh,
return. He was on Sacramento this year.
Hey. All right, Carl, who you got going 4th? I think we all in agreement here.
15, or you want just 4?
Let's just do 4th, and then we'll get to 15 when we get there.
All right, so at 4, I don't think we're going to disagree here. I have Caleb Wilson as well. Also can play defense, like Javon said a lot. He got a lot of his points out the mud at North Carolina. And I think he's quiet as kept. I say quiet as kept. Quiet as kept. Underrated shooter.
Yes.
But he can definitely play in that paint. He can do it all offensively. He's a dog. He just has that mindset that no matter what, I'm gonna get it done. And I think no other game describes his dog mentality than the Miami game, where he played like the second half hurt until he could not go anymore. And then he tried to come back and re-injured himself because he tried to come back, and that missed the rest of the year. So sometimes you got to coddle that dog a little bit, but he has a dog mentality nonetheless, and I think he's going to bring that to Chicago, who needs that. And I will say, as a little spoiler, at 15, I don't have who O has, but I have another guy who's a dog that's a guard.
Yeah, I got dog.
Is he from Alabama?
No, it's not him.
Dang.
So
All right.
But you're gonna like the pick though.
I'm in agreement with y'all. You know, that's my guy. I'm a North Carolina fan. The dude just a beast. He gonna go hard. Like with a guy like Giddey out there running the one, and even with Trey Jones running the one, just having guard play, he's gonna finish for you. He'll get the ball. He'll go coast to coast. And he dunking on anybody in his way. He's gonna rebound. He plays. The biggest thing I like about him is his competitiveness. Every time he played against a top pick, Cam Boozer, Darren Peterson, AJ, he brought his A game. He outplayed all of them, I believe, every single time he played each one of them this year in college. And it just shows that the dude just a beast, man. The shot making ability is crazy. He jump up, he'll redirect a shot 100 times and finish. Like Carl said, underrated shooter, especially the fadeaway midi. That's butter in my opinion. I think he's just gonna extend his range with the 3-ball in the league. So I think Caleb Wilson, you're right on point, with the Caleb Wilson pick, and I think he's definitely the best pick for y'all in this draft at number 4.
Yeah, nah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Like I said, man, I watched a couple of his games, and I remember that game. What game was that when the whole crowd was outside and they was cheering him on? He was walking through the crowd.
It was like that a lot. I ain't gonna lie. He turned the whole campus up.
It was one of them games because he got that big dunk against somebody. He dunked on somebody. I forgot what game that was though, but I just can't wait though. I just can't wait. I watched his highlights, man. Like I'm just starting to get into the college sports. Like this is like my second year, so bear with me, guys. You know, I'm learning. You know, I'm learning. I'll be asking Carl here and there. Carl, no, about the college guys.
I said the game where Caleb Wilson might have dunked on somebody. It might have been us.
It might have been y'all. Okay.
It might have been us on the Thanksgiving tournament.
Because man, it was at home or something. He walked through he was walking through the campus, man. They had the lights on him. I said, okay. Yes,
he turned us up.
Need a dog like that.
That's the thing, that's one thing he's gonna bring. Like UNC was on a downhill, like we was going down, bro. Like we was getting out of relevance for real. Even as one of the blue bloods in college. But this year he put us back on the map, bro. Like he really turned us up. So I think he's gonna do the same thing for y'all. He's gonna bring that energy for sure. Might gotta go to a Bulls game this year, my boy.
Yes, sir. I am. I promise you, I am. I told you I ordered that modest jersey, man. I'm getting ready, man. New Madison, man. I'm happy, man. Oh, and I just want to speak on my coach a little bit before I go, man. Hey, listen, I got a feeling I have a coach that is a player development coach, and he gonna get these young bulls together, man. Modest, and when we get Caleb, them boys gonna be dogs, man. The league, watch out. They already gotta watch out for Modest. Modest already done dunked on some of y'all favorite basketball players, man. You know what I'm saying? My young man. You know, he's still growing though, man. So Modest going into year 3? So yeah. So yeah, just be on the look, man. The Bulls, man, we about to be back, baby. We about to be back.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. You know, you brought up Thiago, the signing of Thiago Splitter. That is, I think, a great pickup for y'all. I think the Blazers fumbled bad on that because he had them turned up. And even with Denny, I thought that was the perfect coach for him. But y'all got him now. I think he's going to do really good with guys like Giddey, like you said, Buzelis. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all doing things, you know, since the Lonzo Ball, Levine, DeRozan,
Caruso.
You know, Caruso,
what could have been days.
Vucevic. It was good when it started, but then it just started.
Lonzo got hurt.
Lonzo got hurt, and then that's when man, I think we would have made some noise that year, bro. We was one of the hottest team.
Yeah, y'all was balling, but
with
y'all
Lonzo
needed that glue.
Yeah,
I agree.
But you got anything else you want to add before you go big guy?
Nah, I just want to say, man, appreciate you, man, for inviting me on the show, man. First time on here. You know what I'm saying? I told my boy I had to come through. So, man, I had to come through and just say, man, I'm just happy, man, that, you know, I got a feeling my team might do something, man. It might not be this year, but I got a feeling in years to come, we going to be in that finals, man. Yes, sir.
All right, man.
It's coming. Okay. So, all right, fellas, man, y'all boys be safe out here, man, and I'll see y'all boys later, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, my boys. Appreciate you.
Good luck. Good luck tonight in the draft.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck, brother.
Caleb, man, he coming. Hey, don't. Hey, if y'all hear me playing North Carolina, throwing the phrase up. Hey, if I hear me play that, y'all already know what time it is.
Yes,
All right, man.
sir.
Okay.
All right,
All
my
right.
boy. That's my boy. Oh man, Bulls fan. You know he been holding it down since D Rose got there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely been holding it down. Shout out to my boy Kev. Hey, y'all pick coming up soon. You gonna see who we got for you.
That might
All
be
right,
the
let's
most
move
controversial
on
part.
to the number 5 pick, Carl. That is the Clippers.
The Clippers, yep.
Have the 5th overall pick thanks to the Pacers, right?
Yeah, the Zubac trade.
The Zubac trade. And if y'all have seen the episode on RBO, I said that the Pacers loafed on that. To be honest, Zubac is good, but he ain't number
I don't
5 in
know.
this draft. Good, in my opinion.
Well, that's how it ended up working out. It was unfortunate how it ended up working out. But I think Zubac with Halliburton and Pascal might go crazy.
That'd be good, but I think
But
that
I
they
see
need
what
more of
you're
an
saying.
athletic big. You feel me? Somebody that's
Yeah.
gonna run up and down, hit some threes, all that kind of stuff. But Zubac's a double machine. You know, he's very consistent. So I understand a little bit, but
And he
all
gave him
right,
the rebound in that Miles Turner did not give them a couple years ago.
that is facts. That is super facts. All right, so with the 5th pick, man, I'm not gonna stall y'all. I'm going with Keaton Wagler.
Oh my God, no way.
Yes, I
We
took him at
agree.
5 because I think Darius Garland alongside with him, I think that would be a really good duo with a Kawhi Leonard out there, and then you have Ben Mathurin coming off the bench still. I think that gives them a good balance. You know what I'm saying? Keaton Wagler, a lot of people got on him because he wasn't dunking and all that in college, but come on, man, the dude 6'6", like we know he can dunk. He just a bucket, you know what I'm saying? Smooth, can hit the three, can do anything pretty much on offense, and I think he would definitely help benefit this Clippers team.
I didn't think we was going to agree here. I have Keaton Wagler at 5 to the Clippers.
Okay.
To further expand on your point of him being a bucket, Keaton Wagler dropped 46 against Purdue the week where everybody was going crazy, where AJ dropped 40. I think Kingston Flemings had like 41 or something like that. I think AJ, to be exact, had like 43. And I think Dominique Daniels had like 49 or something like that from Cal Baptist. Keaton Wagler, nobody benefited more from an injury, and it's unfortunate it had to be from an injury, than Keaton Wagler. Keaton Wagler wasn't even a top 100 recruit coming into Illinois. Wasn't even starting until Kylan Boswell from Illinois got hurt, and he took over and he took off. And it all started really with the Ohio State game. State game, he went crazy. And the thing I like about Keaton Wagler is you can't speed him up. He plays at his own pace no matter what. I mean, I've learned that at the Michigan State Illinois game. They went to double overtime. We won though. Jeremy Fears, you know what I'm saying, had like a 20-something to 15 assist game. Shout out my boy. But man, it's just a bucket. He can score. He can facilitate. He can run your second unit for the Clippers. You can stagger his minutes. I love this pick here. At first I was kind of thinking big man, but I think they really like Yannick Conan Needlehauser from Penn State from a couple years ago, and he was showing promise until he got hurt. So I went Keaton Wagler.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, that's one we got together. I knew the top 4 was gonna be quite the same, but after that is when it's gonna get a little dicey.
That's what I said. I ain't think we're gonna agree here at 5.
All right, go ahead. You can go ahead and run off your number 6.
All right, this one we might not agree with. I know Joe and Trent both is gonna hate this, but at 6, I have Brooklyn getting Darius Acuff. Why I have them getting Darius Acuff? Because I didn't think Igor Denman last year was a lotto pick. I said it multiple times out of BYU. Yeah. I was very surprised people had him as a lotto pick. This is an upgrade to me at point guard. Not only did he lead the SEC in scoring, he led the SEC in assists. His usage rate was insane, but he was super efficient when he was scoring. That tournament run that Darius Acuff had to win the SEC tournament was insanity. He dropped like 30 something and like 13 or 12 assists. Just a flat out bucket, can score, can shot create, can knock down the 3 ball. And like I said, his efficiency is more so his superpower. But beyond all that, he can dish the rock. And I think that takes a lot of pressure off of Michael Porter Jr. and newly acquired Julius Randle. I went Darius Acuff here. Sorry, Kings fans.
Hey, man, I feel you. So we do got a different pick on this one. I got them going with another guard. And this guard's a bucket, too. And you probably know who I'm talking about.
Kingston.
Mikael Brown Jr. from Louisville.
I like that.
And the reason why I went with him, I do get that he led the SEC in assists, ACUF, but I think Mikael Brown is a slightly better facilitator, in my opinion, than a Darius ACUF. I look at Darius ACUF more as an explosive scorer. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, like you said, Igor is not the point guard for the future for this team. You know what I'm saying? I think Brown is a little bit bigger. He comes with a little bit more size, and he can do a little bit of everything on offense as well. So he has a really good offensive game. So I stuck him with the Nets because I think him with guys like Michael Porter Jr., you got Julius Randle now. I think that he can help with that facilitation with them.
I like Mikael Brown Jr. I got him going somewhere else. I got him coming up real quick. Not next, but real quick. Joe, that's actually why I called you earlier to brace you for that. But I like Mikael Brown Jr. I'm fortunate for me, unfortunate for Louisville that he did not play in the tournament due to injury because we played them in the round of 32 and we beat them. But definitely can score. I think while he can facilitate, I think he can really score the rock. He was en route to leading Louisville in scoring. Ryan Conwell ultimately did so because of the injuries to Mikael Brown Jr. But I just like ACUF. I think he's a great distributor, and I think he flat out gives them a bucket at point as well.
I'm not mad at that because he if he's available, I can see them taking him. A lot of my picks, it's like I can see the team before them taking them too.
Yeah,
when it's like the same position, it's like I can see them still taking him too. So, all right. So
and to Kev, I don't think ACUF lasted nowhere near 9, brother.
Yeah, he's not gonna last. There's too many guards. There's not gonna be too many guards going at before him. To be honest, Wagler, he got the height. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Wagler like 6'6". Yeah,
and he got the skill. So that went just like that's why I went with Brown. He got a little bit of more height as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my my 7th pick for the Kings. Joe, y'all gonna love me for this. That's Darius ACUF.
Yeah, that's what I want.
This team needs somebody. Help. They need somebody. The one thing I'm just going to say, Kings fans, if y'all get them, don't repeat history. You got Hollenberg. You got rid of him. You got Fox. You let him roll for a while, but you got rid of him. Keep this guy if you get him, okay? Now, right now, the Kings are looking like they're trying to get rid of Sabonis, and they're trying to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? So I think that getting a guy like Darius ACUF is somebody they can build off. Just like Carl said, he's a straight-up bucket. Like, he dominated the ball a lot in college, and you can tell, like, it didn't affect his game. He didn't get, like, overexerted or nothing. It's like he was, like Carl said, very efficient still, and he was able to facilitate out there as well. And I think that's just what the doctor ordered for the Sacramento Kings. So I got ACUF, man. Who you got, Carl?
Kings fans gonna hate me again. Kingston Flemings. They lose De'Aaron Fox, but get who De'Aaron Fox is a mentor to in Kingston Flemings. Now, I'll give the Kings grace for letting Fox go because Fox wanted out, even though he got Mike Brown up out of there. Kind of made that sucked. Like, you're the reason why Mike Brown got fired. But I digress. They get a point guard who also, like I said, on that night where Wagler had 46, he had 41. And he went to Houston. And what do I say, Vaughn, all the time? If you want a good basketball player, holla at Kelvin Sampson and University of Houston, because they just produce guys that can play on both sides of the floor, not only offensively, but defensively. And I think the Kings are really going to like that because Kingston Flemings will play defense as well. He can score, definitely can facilitate the ball. And, I mean, I know people say he's another Fox. I mean, Fox is a way faster player than Kingston Flemings, in my opinion. But Kingston Flemings is so smooth, man. It's just I watch him play another guy who I think just scores so effortlessly at the collegiate level. So I think that they'll like the pick. I know they want ACUF. I unfortunately have ACUF going to the Nets, but I think they'll love this pick.
I ain't bad, man. I'm not mad at that pick, to be quite honest. I'm not mad at that pick at all. I like Kingston Fleming. I think the only one thing he got to work on is his jumper, and I think that will come with time, especially training in the NBA and things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's a bad shooter though. So yeah, you could work on it for sure. But I think he'll be, coming into the league.
No, I feel that. I'm saying like that's probably the one part of his offensive game that's
Yeah.
not. That's probably like the worst, but it's still
And
good.
maybe get a little bit bigger, but beyond that.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's kind of skinny for
Yeah.
sure.
But
All
beyond
right,
that.
so we can move on to the number 8 pick. You go ahead and you can run yours off first.
All right, so with the number 8 pick, Atlanta has a better roster than you may think. So with the 8th pick, this is where I have Michael Brown Jr. coming off the board. Now, Jalen Johnson does a lot of the ball handling, but I feel like Michael Brown Jr. not going to take the responsibility away from him completely, but he can help because we seen in the playoffs he kind of needed some help with the ball handling duties, and he can also, while giving CJ McCollum some time on the bench, could run your second unit, like I said with Keaton Wagler earlier with the Clippers. So because I feel like a ball handler off the bench is something the Hawks can really use as well. So I went Michael Brown Jr. as well, and I also feel like he can close with a CJ, with a Dyson Daniels, who gives you nothing offensively, but you can kind of trade that in. You got him on the defensive end to shut somebody down. You got Michael Brown Jr. on the floor with him to score, possibly facilitate a Jalen Johnson and an Onyeka Okongwu. So I went 8, and I got them getting Michael Brown Jr. from Louisville. I'm not mad at trading for JB, but I'm not projecting any trades in my mock draft.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not mad at that neither. Like I'm hearing a lot about JB. I know Mike don't want to hear this, but I don't know, Mike. He might be on his way out.
Hey,
all right. So we're kind of on the same page here with the guard. It's like a guard fiasco going on right here right now, and I have them getting Kingston Flemings. Like you said, I think that Jalen Johnson definitely needs another point guard. Like Alexander Walker and CJ McCollum, they're more off guards. They need a more of a ball handler, and I think he brings that defensive intensity on the wing that they like. If he comes in for like a Alexander Walker at times or something like that, they won't miss a beat on defense. So I think having that and his ability to slash and play off ball will complement Jalen Johnson as well. So I went with Kingston Flemings for the Atlanta Hawks.
I'm not mad at that. Even if they go off Dyson Daniels, he's not the defender that Dyson Daniels is of yet, but
right,
he's a willing defender.
I forgot about Dyson Daniels. Yeah, he gonna have to. Yeah, he got to get some offense. He's gonna have to lose some minutes. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why I said like even if you have a Dyson Daniels on the floor with my Michael Brown Jr. pick, all right, cool. We lose offense with Dyson Daniels, but we got Michael Brown Jr. right here on the floor with him to kind of offset that.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, number 9. I'll go ahead. Tell you who I think they're gonna get. I know. Hope the Mad fan in the comments still so you can hear this. All right, I don't know. This guy surprised me. I didn't know. I knew a little bit about him, but when I did my research, I was like, "Whoa, he's better than I thought." And
no way we agree.
For the Mavs, I went with Braden Burries out of Arizona. I think he is a really good off-ball player. I think him with Kyrie and Cooper Flag out there, because I don't see Christie as a starter. I see him more as a bench guy coming off the bench. I think he could be a solid role player coming off the bench. But him playing alongside those guys, he can catch and shoot. He also is good one dribble pull up, get into the basket, things of that nature. He also is a decent facilitator. And the best thing about it to me is I think he got good size. So I think he would fit perfectly with this Mavs team. Braden Burrs.
Love the pick. This is why I said this is where the controversy for me starts. Because who did they just hire as their head coach? Dusty May.
Dusty
Who did he
May.
come from? He just came from Michigan.
Man. Yeah, I know you're going.
Yaxu Lundenberg at number 9 from University of Michigan.
Okay.
I just think, why not bring over the guy who was one of the best players in the collegiate game? I've been raving about Yaxel for about 2 years now, especially since he was at UAB being a triple-double machine. You bring a guy who has some size, who can score the basketball. You have a Kyrie who can score and facilitate. Cooper Flag, we just seen him drop 50. We know he can score. They were working with him to be a point forward at one point to start his rookie season. Now you got a guy who brings you some length, can defend, shoot the rock, help rebound in Yaxel Lundenberg, and has familiarity with Dusty May. I got him getting Yaxel Lundenberg at 9.
Hey, that's not a bad pick, though. I didn't even make that connection. You feel what I'm saying? I did not make that connection. I thought you was about to take the other guy from Michigan. I'm about to say, okay, that's not bad.
Who,
But
Neymar?
yeah, but I know they still got Lively down there though.
He's coming up.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's coming up.
All right, so you went with Yaxel. That's not a bad pick though. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the Bucks. So you got the Bucks, yeah.
Again, like I said, at 9 is when my controversy starts. So at 10, Milwaukee just lost Bobby Portis and Giannis Antetokounmpo. They got I'm blanking. They got Jaime Jaquez, Kaspar Jakuchunas, Tyler Hero, and Khalil Ware. Who can you pair Khalil Ware with? He's 6'10". He has some guard skills. Coming out of University of Tennessee, I have Nate Amon going to the Bucks at 10. I think that Nate Amon can shoot the ball. He was an underrated defender and rebounder at Tennessee. He has a little guard skill with him. He can dribble the ball, but I think he more so takes the Bobby Portis role as a starter. Maybe you pair him with, like I said, Khalil Ware. They got guards now with Tyler Hero, who, if they keep him, there's a rumor that they're going to try to shop him, even though they just got him. Right. Ryan Rollins is there. KPJ, I don't know if KPJ is a free agent or not, but he was there last year. I think Nate Amon is a great pick here, and the Bucks double back in about 3 more picks, and I have another pick for that. Hey, also, this shirt is not terrible. Who are you a fan of? Cookies 9950 and My Eyes Are Real.
All right, here we go. Hey, so here is my pick for the Bucks, and I agree with you, my boy.
No way.
I did. I went with Nate. Now listen, you trade a guy like Giannis. Why not get another guy that can be Giannis? Not saying he is Giannis or nothing, but he's 6'10", can handle the rock, can do a little bit of everything with the ball. Now, one thing I thought that stood out during the tournament was I felt like defensively he showcased his versatility. I mean, he was just like locking people down. Guards, he was down there blocking shots on bigs. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, he has a lot of skill, like you said, things that he can grow on and become really good at. So I'm in agreement with you right here, my boy. I got the same exact player.
Salute. And I feel like he was definitely missed when he missed a couple of them games. I forgot which game it was where he hurt his ankle before halftime. I want to say it was Texas A&M or something like that. I can't remember. But he missed like a week or so. And Tennessee definitely missed him on the defensive and offensive end when he went out. I can't remember exactly what game that was, though. But and shout out to you, man. I have a brother who's a Warriors fan. He was going to be over here later, if he's not here now. So shout out to you. But yeah, hold that broom, my guy.
Speaking of Warriors,
they next?
That's our next pick.
He hated my pick. I told him before the show.
You go run your pick. I want to hear it now.
All right, so at 11, right? I'll let you know that he wants LeBron Fallon at 11.
Okay.
I didn't go guard at all. I went 6'11" big man out of Washington, Hans Steinbach. Because why? Because they need rebounding. And he's one of the best rebounders out the collegiate game. I remember he had like a 2020 game later in the year. He's a freshman. They can develop him. I almost went a Damara. I almost did go a Damara. But I think Heinz Steinbach is a bit quicker than a Damara. Not to say a Damara is a bad pick here, because a Damara can pass. He's a better passer. And he's more so probably a better rim protector. But with Draymond, even though he's not going to be there long, Draymond still being there, he can help defensively. I think Heinz Steinbach fills a huge need in rebounding for the Warriors, and he can score around the rim. And he's young, and he has a high ceiling for a big. So I went Heinz Steinbach.
This one we got a difference here, my boy. How you say Damara?
A Damara.
A Damara. I went a Damara for Golden State. When the last time they had a good 7-footer, Carl? Besides, they just had Kristaps. I mean, I'm not sure. We're not.
He's supposed to be staying.
We don't know. We don't really know what's going to happen with this guy.
I would say probably Bogut.
Andrew Bogut, bro. I think this is a good investment for him, especially when they got to deal with Wemby over there in the West. You need a 7-footer that's versatile. And I think he helps them out defensively. I think Draymond Green is on a decline. Sorry, my boy Cookies, but I think your boy's on a decline. and I think he's a guy that you can transition into not the Draymond role per se all around, but just the facilitating part. I think you
He's
can
definitely
help run the
fast.
offense through him, and I think that he will be a great pickup for the Golden State. Because, like I said, you got to worry about Big Wemby over there, and he's a 7 foot guy that can definitely match up. I think with Wemby.
Yeah, like I said, I did almost write down to Damar because he's the better passer. He's probably the better not even probably, he's the better rim protector. I definitely almost wrote down to Damar. I just felt like the rebounding, I went with Steinbach, and I feel like Draymond may be there another year or two. So the passing kind of with Draymond kind of writes itself out with him being there. But I'm not mad at it at all. Like I really battled between those two as my pick for the Warriors. And again, shout out to you, Cookies. I know it's all jokes, man. I'm joking too. It's all love. Hey, Tom O.
Tom Hook.
Then your man just gets shipped up out of there.
He definitely did. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to OKC pick. What number we on?
12.
Number 12. All right, so I did some thinking with this one. You know what I'm saying? And I think OKC in the playoffs, without having J Dub, they learned a lot about their team. They learned a lot about what they need and what they don't have. And with a lot of guys like Hartenstein, I think Lou Dort on their contracts are up in discussion right now. And I had to go with a guy that gives them length, gives them defense, gives them versatility. And that's your boy Yaxel. I
ain't mad
got
at it.
OKC getting Yaxel, and I think him with them boys is an instant impact. I think
I
he's
ain't
going to
mad
have
at
an
it.
instant impact with this team because you out there with guys like Kendrick Williams. All he want to do is shoot threes. He barely rebounds. He's not the greatest defender, not the greatest athlete. You pair him up with guys like SGA, J Dub, AJ Mitchell, and them boys running and gunning. I think it'll be instant impact for this OKC team.
It's funny. Your Mavs pick, you have Braden Burries, and your OKC pick, you have Yaxel. My Mavs pick, I have Yaxel. My OKC pick, I have Braden Burries. I think Braden Burries, while you said he can play off ball, I think he could play on ball. I think he can be a ball handler. I think one thing we learned with no J Dub and no AJ is they don't have a ball handler at all.
Yeah.
So Braden Burries can come in and fill that role. He can come in and be a bucket. He could probably come off the bench. AJ maybe not have played his way into a starting role on this OKC team. But either way, I think Braden Burries off the bench for OKC at this spot would be huge. And they can address another situation at pick 17. I went Braden Burries.
Nice. Hey man. We kind of here. We kind of here. All right. So next we on my boy right back on time. Right back on time. Pick number 13. And we're back to the Bucks.
Yep.
All right. Now you just named this player. You know, I think like we said, they just lost Giannis, they lost Bobby Portis, and those two guys are the main. What do they bring? One thing that they're gonna do out there,
Toughness.
and that's
Their toughness. For
not
sure.
just that, rebounding. They're gonna
Fact.
rebound. Both of those guys were excellent rebounders, and you lose both of them. You get Khalil Ware. We both got them getting a Nate out of Tennessee.
Mhm.
So I got them going with Hans Steinbach in this one. I
Yes.
think they help solidify down low. They help solidify the bigs, you know, the rebounding. They picked up Khalil Ware. He showed some promise rebounding, but other than him, they don't really have that many bigs right now. So I think the combination of both of them, I think, will be a good pickup for this Bucks team. Help them get back to their. They used to be a big team in the backcourt. You know what I mean? In the front court. So it's like this can help them get back to who they truly are. How about you, Carl?
I got him. I got going big man too. I just I
Okay.
just said, your Warriors pick, you had a Damar. Your Bucks pick, you got Hans. My Warriors pick, I got Hans. My Bucks pick, I have a Damara. I have a Damara coming in right here, trying
Yes,
to
sir.
be the rim protector, making this front court big, like we just said. Can pass, definitely can score around the rim, has a nice touch around the rim. A little slow, but I feel like he'll be okay. With guys like Ament and stuff like that backing him. And I think he's coming off the bench. I think Khalil Ware will start.
Yeah.
So that also may help. So I wanted Damar to the Bucks at 13.
I ain't mad at that. Like I said, he's a versatile big man that can do a little bit of everything, especially offensively with the passing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we move on to the number 14 pick, the Charlotte Hornets. Who you got them taking, Carl?
14 with the Hornets, right? So at first, I was going to go guard here because Kobe Bryant. Kobe White is an unrestricted free agent, and I mean, as much as he did really well in that Hornet system with a free running gun type offense. Somebody might pluck him away from the Hornets, but I didn't quite address that yet. I saw the Hornets had pick 18, and that's why I addressed that. So with the 14th pick, I went Morez Johnson, a big who can run with this team, who can shot block. Great around the rim in terms of like dunking and putting things back. Rebounder. I went Morez Johnson here out of Michigan.
It's funny because so did I. Morez Johnson Jr. I thought about it. I said that they got the point guard, they got their shooting guard, they got their small forward. You know, Miles Bridges' contract is coming up soon, so why not plug in a guy like Morez Johnson when he leaves? You know, you still got the rebounding machine and Diabate over there. So having both of those guys out there running and gunning with these young boys, and I think that he can hit the three a little bit as well. So I think,
yeah, he did. That surprised me this last year. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, when I was watching a lot of his tape, I saw him hit some threes. I said, okay, he probably not great now, but I can see him developing into a guy that can hit one or two
in a year. So I mean, who knows? Sky's the limit with NBA shooting coaches and stuff.
No, that's a fact. Just hit a lethal shooter, you be all right.
Don't.
So I think, like you said, he brings the energy. He runs and guns. A lot of people say he was Michigan's most important player, and I understand what they're saying because
I disagree, but I get it.
No, you know what they mean though. Just from the energy wise, that he does a lot of the dirty work, and that's what this team and the Hornets need. One thing that we saw when the playoffs started was when they got physical, they fizzled because you know my boys after we lost, you know what I'm saying, to the Sixers, we had a dog walk them in that playing game, and it was all just because we knew we can get physical with him. So he helps bring some physicality on. I think that he'll be a good pick.
Before we move on
here with that.
Yeah, before we move on, my please don't hit a lethal shooter wasn't a shot at lethal shooter, but a shot at the Hornets because I'm a Pistons fan and I don't want him to be that good at shooting threes. So please don't hit a lethal shooter.
All right, so now, Big O, if you watching, it's your time to shine. We on number 15. Carl, who you got the Bulls getting, my boy?
So I know he said Cam Carr at 15 to the Bulls, and I'm not mad at that pick. But I think this is a pick maybe out of left field that he might like, and that is Christian Anderson, guard out of Texas Tech. Christian Anderson, another guy that brings that dog mentality to the court. He played with Coach Grant McCaslin at Texas Tech, so played defense on that perimeter. And when JT Toppin went out, you saw his scoring and just his play skyrocket. Scoring went up, assists went up. He just took over for Texas Tech. And I think that the Bulls can use some defense on the perimeter, use a guard that's a dog, and he can help Josh Giddey not only assist, but scoring. I think Christian Anderson can shoot the ball. He gets to the line very well. He can get to the basket. I just love this pick for the Bulls here.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. You know, I had to do a little extra research on him because, you know, a lot of people talk about him being small and things like, he don't play like it.
Nah, he's just a dog to me.
Yeah, he definitely a dog. So, for me, I looked at the Bulls roster, and I said, you know, they got some decent point guard play from Josh Giddey, Trey Jones. Still got Rob Dillingham. They trying to see what's up with him. So I went two guard on this one. Even though this guy is a little shorter at the two guard, in my opinion, for this year, for this age of two guards. But I went with the guy that O was hoping you said. Excuse me, 1 second.
LeBaron.
LeBaron Fightlin from Alabama. The boy a bucket. He can hit the three. He can. I mean, I don't know what he can't do offensively, and he's a decent facilitator as well. So I think add him because this Bulls team hasn't had they had a guy in Kobe White. I think he can step right into that Kobe White role. To be quite honest, a guy that's going to go out there and get buckets. But I think he can do it in a better way because Kobe White relies so much on the three ball, and I think he can do a little bit more offensively. So I think he would fit perfectly with this Bulls team.
Yeah, LeBaron is really good, and I know at Alabama they really didn't believe in mid ranges. Nate Oates is more of a if it's not a three, then try to get you a layup type of coach. But I feel like LeBron in the NBA, he could probably use that mid range a little bit more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. I hope you like those picks, Oh. You feel me? We're gonna really see who y'all get. This is my first time doing the mock draft. I'm excited because I want to see what actually happens. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't happen, then the guy that I said they should have got ball out, I'm saying you should have listened to your boy.
Facts.
All right. So next, we're going to the Grizzlies at pick number 16. Now this guy, I had to do a lot of research on because I'm not familiar with guys that's not in college. You don't play in college. I don't know a lot about you. I got to do research, and I got to give you your respect because they got you ranked. If they got you ranked, you know what I'm saying. I got to give you some type of respect. I got to look you up and see what you was doing because he's an overseas guy, Carl. I know you don't know a lot about overseas guys, just like I don't know a lot about overseas guys. But I did a lot of research, and my eye test. It don't fail me that much, Carl. I'm trying to tell you, it don't fail me that much.
I'm listening.
So, for the Grizzlies, I think they need, they got who we had them getting. Both had them getting some big.
Yeah, 3. We had them getting Cam Boozer,
and then we both had them getting.
This their second pick right here.
This their second pick here, actually. So here, I'm going with the kid out of Mexico, 6'9", 225 pounds. I think it's Karim Lopez.
I mean, he's foreign, so it could be pronounced different as a mud.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say Lopez. I don't want no disrespect. You feel me? Lopez out of Mexico. He's a 6'9", 225 pounds. I think he helps bring a guy with skill set. When I watched him play, he had a good touch with the ball, good shooting ability. You know how those guys come from overseas. Those guys come really skilled, and I think that Memphis. That's a piece that they're kind of missing. They don't have a guy that just really skilled out there. They got a lot of dogs, in my opinion.
So at 16 for the Grizzlies, and shout out to you because he's not on my draft. Not because I don't know if he's going to get drafted or not, just because I wanted to stick to my wheelhouse.
No, I feel you. Do your thing.
I got them getting LeBaron Philon at 16.
Oh,
if
man.
They out Ja, this is who I have stepping in with Scottie Pippen Jr. fighting for that number 1 point guard spot at LeBaron Philon Jr. He went back to college. He could have went to the pros last year, but he came back to show that he can run an offense. And then Aiden Holloway, unfortunately, had that situation before the tournament. So LeBron definitely had to lead the team there, and I think he did an excellent job in doing so. Alabama was a very explosive team, kind of bad defensively, but offensively, they were really good, and I think that was in large part due to LeBron Philon and his ability to shoot the three, very efficient shooting the three ball, and ability to attack the rim and get to the basket. Just an explosive offensive player. And I think him at the Grizzlies, no, he's not explosive in terms of dunking like Ja, but he can give them that feel offensively in terms of putting up a ton of points.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. They need some, just in case, like you said, just in case Wall, I'm talking about Wall because Bird got Wall. If Ja's gone, they're definitely going to need somebody. You know, I think they like Scottie Pippen Jr. a lot, but
I do too.
I think that they definitely, you know, not having some backup wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on. I always lose the number that we on. 17. OKC is back on the board. These guys.
I know. I said the same thing when I saw that. I was like, dog, ain't no way.
These dudes is not playing.
No way.
All right. So this pick, I did some thinking, and I'm like, yo, I think that the biggest thing that stood out to me was not just the ball handling. I just felt like the ball handling was a lack of because of the injuries. You feel me? Mm-hmm. AJ was out and J-Dub was out. Mm-hmm. But they bigs are sorry, in my opinion.
The same wavelength.
They are sorry, in my opinion. Now, this guy here, he's going to surprise you, I think, because it surprised me when I picked him. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not. We might be paying the same because we're the same wavelength right now.
Hey, I went with this kid right here, man. I went with him because he's a well-rounded big. You know, he can do a little bit. I think they need a big that can help with a little bit more with the facilitating. That will help with the lack of ball handling they have out there. But he can do a little bit of everything out there. And I went with Allen Graves out of Santa Clara for OKC.
I like the big though.
Yeah, he's not the most explosive guy or nothing like that, but he gives them he adds them like a different pace to their game. So I think he would fit in good with them.
And he can shoot the three ball. Shot the three ball at 41%. You can shoot
Yeah,
for sure. Him
pretty
and Christian
good.
Hammond at Santa Clara was nice. I went big man. And again, I told you at 9, this is where my controversy starts. I went big man Jaden Quaintance out of Kentucky, who could have been drafted as a lotto last year, but wasn't allowed to be in the draft because he was too young. So he went to Kentucky. He basically sat out the whole year, barely played. And I felt like that was a large part of why Kentucky was kind of like luster this last year. But I went with Jaden Quaintance because you're going to be dealing with Wemby for years to come. And we seen him take Chet's heart. And I think Jaden Quaintance, we saw with Wemby, if you get physical with Wemby, it takes a toll on him. He's not the same player. And I think Jaden Quaintance can provide that toughness, that physicality that can bother a Wemby. And he's a defensive big man. He can move, he can block shots. And I think Jaden Quaintance might surprise some people here. So I got OKC getting a diamond in the rough, just like I had them. I told people AJ Mitchell was a flat out bucket when he was drafted out of UC Santa Barbara. I think this is a diamond in the rough in Jaden Quaintance.
Hey man, that's a good bump right there. I ain't mad at it.
Funny. I had Yaxu gone at 9.
Yeah, Yaxu was gone. I had him gone.
12.
What's this? 12 to OKC. Hey, they already got him, bro. I can't even put him on them. They already got him.
Yeah, they already got him. But yeah, I think Jaden Quaintance is a diamond in the rough pick right here.
Okay, that's not a bad pick. I like Quentin. I like him. You're gonna be surprised where he land on mine.
Okay.
All right, so next, I think we back in Charlotte, right?
Yes, sir. At 18.
All
I
right,
love
who you
my
got?
pick here.
Who you got there?
Charlotte. I mentioned it earlier. Free flowing team. Kobe White, unrestricted free agent. Bennett Sturts at 18, the guard out of Iowa. Not only did he play a free-flowing offense with Ben McCullum at Iowa and Drake and Northwestern Missouri State, and that was the D2 level, but he don't sit the bench. He can go. He missed 7 minutes the entire tournament, and they made the Elite 8. The man is just a flat-out hooper, he has stamina, and he is a bucket getter. So when LaMelo goes to the bench, you bring in a Bennett Sturts, and I think his passing is underrated. But I mean, it was not too many offensive options on Iowa. I feel like Iowa was kind of set up for him and guys like. He wasn't that offensively talented for Flugaris, but man, Bennett Sturts can go offensively, and I think this is a great bench point guard for the Charlotte Hornets. He fits their play style to me perfectly.
Okay. I like that right there, my boy. Not mad at that at all. It's funny because we kind of here with it. I don't have the same player, but I do have a guard. And that's the guy you picked, Chris Anderson Jr. I got him.
I love it. He brings
I think, like you say, I think that they need somebody off the bench with, like you said, Kobe White is unrestricted free agent right now. Somebody going to throw the bag at him. And I think they can supplement that by going in the draft and picking up this young fella out of Tech. The dude, like you say, he plays with an edge, man. I went back because every time I do, this is my first mock draft, I had to go back and I do a refresher. I look at numbers. I go back, look at highlights. I jog my memory a little bit. And he had a lot of dunks. I'm like, a lot of times he going to the basket. He think he's going to lay. He's flushing it. So I just like the edge he plays with. He helped put the team on his back offensively, when he needed to. So shout out to him. And I think that Charlotte would benefit a lot having him out there because he going to run the gun with them boys too.
Yeah, and shout out to him going to Texas Tech after decommitting from Michigan. So I can actually like him.
All right, let's see. Next.
19, we got
19. The Raptors. All right. So this is for my pick for the Raptors. What Carl say, man? If you want a good player, go to Houston.
Oh.
And I went with a big man out of Houston. I
like it.
Chris Kennick.
Chris, I think it's CNAC. Nah, I could be wrong, but I say CNAC.
I'm gonna say Chris C. Jr. Chris C. Jr. 6'11" big man out of Houston, man. I think that he's just a match made in heaven for the Raptors. They're a team that has length, guys like Scotty Barnes. And I think Jacob Pope Jacopoto. I think he is kind of on his he's on his not his last leg, but he's not as consistent as they would like him to be. I don't think defensively he's athletic enough to really match the same intensity as the rest of the team. So I think that this pickup here, he's a really good. I think he'll be a really good rebounder with him and things of that nature. So I think he's going to help take this team to another level defensively, and I think that's what they're going to draft for.
All right, I like the pick. I went away from big man because I actually do like their bigs. I think Sandro Mamasfili is there as well from Seton Hall. I went Isaiah Evans, guard out of Duke. I feel like him with perimeter shooting and his ability to score the basketball is something that the Raptors missed. He can definitely give them something else offensively. Defensively, may have to work on that. Somebody's going to have to get him to buy in. But the offensive prowess that Isaiah Evans brings and his just microwavability, which is not a word, but I'm going to make it a word today. If you bring him off the bench, I think that'd be huge for Toronto to help take that next step.
Not bad, man. I'm feeling that. All right, so now we on to
the Spurs at 20.
My boy, he just he naming people he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm glad you're here.
Talk to him, Carl.
At 20, Fawn took him just last pick, but I had him here for you. What did I say? I said the Spurs need a backup big. I always say if you want a good basketball player, go to Houston. I have the Spurs taking Chris Sinak Jr. at 20. Rebounder, very good defensive player. Shown flashes a little bit offensively, has nice touch around the rim. Can't shoot the three ball, but maybe you can get him to. I don't think you necessarily want him to, but maybe you can. But I went Chris Sinak Jr. here. I love the way he plays the game. I love the second half in the Iowa State game. Kind of embodies Chris Sinak Jr. to me, the way he was attacking the offensive glass and the defensive glass. Now they ended up losing, but I like Chris Sinak Jr. here to the Spurs.
We're kind of on the same wavelength there because I took a big as well. But I told you I had somebody you're gonna be a little surprised maybe. But I put Jaden Quintans with this team.
I like it.
Off the bench, elite. I think he's gonna bring elite defense, elite hustle. I think that he's just with the Spurs order really. Like you said when Wemby gets out, they kind of what I'm saying. Luke Cornett doesn't bring that same intensity. I thought that he played well throughout the season. He did have a bad finals, but yeah. I think having a young buck like this would definitely help bolster that team. They're a team for the young dogs, man. Why not add another one?
Yeah, I like that. I have Queens going to OKC, to help defend Wemby, but I ain't. Hey, look, you got him on the team. They ain't mad at that.
Hey, that'd be crazy though.
Yeah.
All right.
Got my boys.
Your boys next. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Take it away, dog. Take it away. We might got the same pick on this one too.
We don't, because I ain't gonna lie, mine is a little biased. It's a reason why I have not said who I haven't said yet, and that is because I want them. So yes, you can chalk this up to being biased. But at 21, I got the Pistons getting Cam Carr. Because the Pistons need a bucket getter, and I think Cam Carr to Baylor is the bucket getter that can definitely help us. Now he's obviously a rookie, and he's going to have to take his lumps, which I'm okay with. But the guy can just flat out score, man. Baylor had a bad year, but it wasn't because of Cam Carr and Yusuf Tunde, who actually decided to go back to college and is now a St. John Johnny. So shout out to him. But I think Cam Carr can score the ball. Definitely can shoot the shoot the three ball. He can get to the cup. He can work the mid range. He has size. We can get him to buy in defensively. I think he is a steal if he's available at 21.
Hey man, told you got the same pick. I
that
got
is true about Jaden Quaintance, by the way, the need. But I feel like part of that was because he was forced to go back to college. Maybe he could have came back. Who knows? True
that. But I got the same pick for you, Carl. I think he's just what y'all need, bro. He's just what y'all need.
You didn't say him at 15. I thought you did.
Nah, I ain't say him yet. I ain't have him yet.
My boy.
I think he's just what y'all need. A guy that can get a bucket. He has the length to be a defensive problem out there as well with you guys. And like another ball handler, so K don't have to do it all. It's just with the doctor order for Detroit. I don't have to say really much else, to be honest, because everybody know in the playoffs it was very glaring that The Pistons need another bucket getter. Need another guy that can put the ball on the deck, or even just catch and shoot. Do something out there. You feel what I'm saying? And I think he brings that to Detroit. And you know what I'm saying? He really bolstered his draft stock during the runs for the combine.
And the CBC, the college basketball tournament, the college basketball crown tournament, I think that helped him too.
Yeah. So, hey man, if you want to bolster your draft stock, step up in that tourney, and then you go against your draft mates, dog them, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, I love the pick, and not for nothing, I did get our pick last year in the second round, Chaz Lanier, correct. So hopefully, I'm 2 for 2 this year.
Okay, I'm curious to see who you got for this next one, and that's Philly at 22.
I'm starting this one off.
Yeah, start this one off. I'm gonna get the next 3.
You might be surprised here.
That's
So
why
I think Philly, they got a lot of good guards. I don't think they need guard play. Kelly Oubre, I think he's coming back. Their main issue, Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. So what did I do? I went big man out of North Carolina. Henry Azar, 7-footer, could stretch the floor, could shoot the ball a little bit, rebounder. I think, can he be a little tougher? Yes. Will he get tougher in Philly? Absolutely. So I went with Henry Azar here. I think if they could get him a little tougher, get a little meanness in his game, I think he can be a really solid backup for Embiid.
I'm not mad at that pick, actually. See, the thing about it is, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're going to give up on Embiid or what. And this pick is going to surprise you a lot, Carl, because it surprised me when I did it. But I agree. They need some type of force down low. And I think they need somebody that's a little versatile. I didn't go 7-footer here. I just went with a bid that I think he has a lot of potential. I think he's a force on the boards. He's a good defender, can check a lot of positions. And that's your boy Kobe Pete.
I was kind of thinking that's where you was going.
Yes, sir. I picked him up. I think that he would fit in perfectly with this team. I think he would be able to run the floor with these guys, with a Maxey and a VJ. And then even if a guy like Paul George is out, I think he can step up and he can check bigger threes and things of that nature. So I think that'll be a good pick for him.
I love Kobe Pete, and I was actually shocked that they didn't have him going lotto, but I was just thinking about like the teams and what they need, and I was like, unfortunately, Kobe got a drop.
Yeah. All right, next at 23, we got Atlanta, pick from Cleveland, and we already picked up a guard for him. You know, I think both got guards for him.
Yep.
So, and one thing that I noticed about them, they big man 6'8". I like him. I like Okonkwo.
Yeah. Onyeka
Okonkwo. I like him. His 3-ball came a long way, but I think you truly
are shoot it at USC at all.
Man, his 3-ball is crazy now. Lock him in for 2 threes on the parlay. He gonna hit him.
Yeah.
But I think you a four for real, my boy. You play, you know. So
I ain't mad at that thought.
With the 7-footer. Henry Vassar out of North Carolina. I think he gives them size. I think he can stretch the floor. He's a good defender. And he got some really good. He can work on that block. So he gives him a different dimension on offense because nobody really posts up in Atlanta. So I went with Henry on this one. My boy out of North Carolina.
We did it again. Just swapped the pick. I went with Cole Pete here. I feel like I like Onyeka at the 5. I can feel you saying he's undersized. But I went with Cole Pete. I feel like Cole Pete, he can work the mid-range. He can work that block. He has a Paolo build, and I'm not saying his game is Paolo. But when I look at him on the floor, his build reminds me of a Paolo Banchero. And I feel like maybe they can even get him, even though he doesn't need to. But they can. He does have that skill, I think, to where he can learn to handle the rock. But I like Cole Pete here for the Hawks at 23.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at that pick. Like you said, we've been swapping picks almost all night.
That's why I said we did it again.
Like 4 times. All right. And no day we only doing the first round. We're not even going to touch on the second round. So
second round is tomorrow, and we got like 6 minutes to. Well, they're not going to announce it immediately, but we got 6 minutes to.
So we're trying to get through right quick so we can catch the draft.
Yeah.
All right. So next we are on 24. The Knicks. I'm trying to go a little faster with this and be going towards the end. So for the Knicks, you know, I felt like I wasn't go big but I think they like Mitchell Robinson. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I went with a guard, a bigger guard though.
I went with a
I
guard
went
too.
with Dalen Swain out of Texas for
I ain't
New
mad
York.
at that.
I went with him. I think that he's a downhill monster. You know what I'm saying? He
Sure.
get that rock. He's getting to that cup. I think he just fits the play style of the Knicks. I think he just fits them perfectly, bro. I think he's like when you look at like Josh Hart and him. I look kind of like I see the same player a little bit.
Yeah, like a guard forward type. Yeah, I
Right?
got you.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know. And even if guy like Mikal Bridges is slacking, you could bring a guy like Swain in. So I like this pick for them.
This was tough, and you need to get out my notes, man, because I went Ibuka Okori, guard out of Stanford. I feel like him with Brunson, his scoring ability, Brunson as a leader, he might do what Brunson did with Luka. He might learn under Brunson, come in a couple games, get to cooking, and a team might pay him. The guy can flat out score from anywhere on the floor, man. So
Yeah.
I went Ibuka Okori here.
That's my guy. I said he one of the most underrated players in this draft to me. He's nice. He's a bucket.
Tough.
All right. So next, let's go to the Lakers at 25. I got them getting Evans out of Duke. I think the shooting ability, you pair that along with a guy like Luka, and if they bring LeBron back, I'm not sure what they're doing with Austin Reeves. I'm hearing that he's getting a lot of offers elsewhere. But I think pairing him with a guy like Luka with that shooting ability, that scoring ability, I think it'll do wonders, not just for him, but for the Lakers. Because last year they didn't really have that many reliable shooters out there. You know what I'm saying? So bringing Evans in, he shot the lights out the ball in college, and I think that'll be great for this Duke team. You feel what I'm saying? So with the 25th pick, I got the Lakers selecting Isaiah Evans out of Duke. And he surprised me a lot because I thought this year he was going to take over more of the scoring, but Cam Boozer was there. And I felt like he would play more of the role that what's the kid that he now plays with the rookie that played with the Hornets that just won scoring. Somebody help me out here in the chat. The rookie, my boy, I've been betting on him all year and I still don't know.
My bad. My laptop died. It's at 40 minutes and then just died. But what was you saying?
Oh no, I was saying I picked up. I said they're gonna get Evans from Duke because of the shooting ability, and I was just elaborating on them. Yes, I knew my boy Mangus had me. Colin Knuppel. I thought he would take on the Colin Knuppel role with his shooting, but he was doing a lot more than just that, especially with a guy like Booz out there. But I went with Evans for my 25th pick.
Yeah, that's all I heard before my laptop died. My 25th pick, I told Griffey this. I went with Terrence Reed Jr., big man at UConn. Ain't dominating nothing. I feel like Terrence Reed comes there and he battles it out for the number one center spot. Because not for nothing, Terrence Reed Jr., a great shot blocker, can finish around the rim. And with Luka, he doesn't have to stretch the floor. You set the screen, roll to the basket, and we know Luka's going to get you with the pass. Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, ask them. And I think he'd be a great pick and roll big with Luka Doncic here. So I went Terrence Reed Jr. out of UConn.
Okay. Next, we got Denver. Who you got Denver get?
Your boy, Dalen Swain, the guard forward. I went there because not only can Dalen Swain bring toughness, he can score the ball. And I feel like the Nuggets were missing both toughness and somebody to score when Murray and Jokic couldn't get it going. And I don't think he's going to allow for Jaden McDaniels to have those episodes and pull those antics. So I went with Dalen Swain here.
Okay. I went with our guy out of Stanford here.
I like that pick too.
Corey, because when if it's not Jamal Murray or Jokic scoring, who getting it done for this team? Bringing him off the bench, I think, would give them an excellent scoring punch. And also with Jamal Murray had his most healthiest season this past year. I want to give him congratulations for that. I wish he can keep that up, but the pass hasn't been that friendly for him in that category. So having a guy like that to just plug in, I think would do a lot of wonders for him. And it'll help relieve Jokic as well. All right, next. I think we in Boston.
Boston. Can't believe it here, but I got a guy that slid.
Okay, who you got?
Allen Graves, forward, player. fits right on in what Boston like to do. They like to shoot the 3 ball. He's going to stretch the floor. He can facilitate the ball. He has a little ball handling skills. He can work the post. And I think they can get him to play a little defense on the 4, even though he's a little bit undersized. I think he's like 6'7". But I went Allen Graves here, man. I think he's a really good offensive talent that can fit what the Celtics like to do.
Okay. I went with your boy Sturts here.
I like it.
I went with Sturts here, man. You know,
I like it. It might be tough for him to get on that floor, though.
To be honest, I think because I've been hearing a lot about Boston just willing to trade a lot of players, just not JT.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm banking on something like that possibly happen because Boston is in a moment where they need to just change up some things. So I think that having a guy like Sturts off the bench or even just starting if possible, I think it'll do them wonders because if JB end up going or your boy Peyton Pritchard end up going, they're gonna need somebody out there.
I ain't mad at that.
All right, next Minnesota, I believe.
28, yes sir. The T-Wolves.
We're back in Minnesota, and this pick might surprise you a little bit.
Talk to
It
me.
might surprise you. I want a guard here. I wanted to go big because they just lost Randall, but I figured they'll just plug in what's the guy? Naz Reid, starting Naz Reid, and I think they can get a center in the second round, or later in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with Malik Thomas out of Arkansas for this team.
I got him going first round, but not here.
I got him going there. You know, I think having him off the bench because I think Ayo might end up starting for them. To be quite honest,
Yeah.
I think he might end up starting for them. So just having a guy like Malik Thomas coming off the bench, I think will work wonders for this team.
I went a forward. I went Alex Caravan out of UConn to provide
like
some
that.
3-point shooting and offense. And he can, I think he's a willing passer as well. Well, I take that back. He's more of a 3-point shooting perimeter guy who could play a little defense playing under Coach Hurley. So I went Alex Caravan here.
Okay. All right, these are the last two picks, right?
I'm trying to rush. Yeah. Speed
All
it
right.
up.
Cleveland. Who you got for Cleveland?
I went Joshua Jefferson, forward out of Iowa State. He could possibly embrace that Evan Mobley type role, not defensively, but in terms of being a guy that could shoot the 3-ball. He was top 2 in assists at Iowa State, and that's even with Tim and Lipsey being there. So I think he can facilitate and score the rock. Play defense. Being at Iowa State, you gotta play defense under Coach TJ Ottenberger. So I went Joshua Jefferson here.
I went Zuby. I have a hard time pronouncing his last name. Zuby Ejiofor out of St. John's to 4. I think that'll help Evan Mobley. You know, it looks like he's trying to be more of a skilled big man. You know, he's on the wing a lot. He's bringing the ball up at times. So I think he can be that that guy that does the dirty work. So I went with Zuby on this one. Mm-hmm. And for my last pick for Dallas, I think it's more of a, not gonna say a project pick, but I think it's a guy they're going to try to drive for his upside, and that's Baba Miller out of Cincinnati.
I love Baba. 7 foot.
Yeah,
they got him 6'11", but he's like a 7-footer. I love Baba.
Yeah, I think that he can be. He has some untapped potential that he might. I don't think he's going to start immediately. I think he can get some burn, but I think in a couple of years he can be a force with this team.
I love Baba, but I went Malik Thomas out of Arkansas.
Okay, that's not bad.
Point shooting ability to help guys like Kyrie when you drive and dish, Cooper Flag when you drive and dish. You got a knockdown 3-point shooter and Malik Thomas. And I mean, he didn't do it as much at Arkansas, obviously, because Darius Acuff. But at one point, he was supposed to have the ball in his hands, but Acuff just went crazy. So maybe Malik Thomas can at times have the ball in his hand as well. But I want Malik Thomas.
All right. Well, that's the first round right there, my boy.
Yes, sir.
My first mock draft. You know, we'll see how. Oh, for the NBA?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Our first mock draft. So I'm gonna try to get. If you could send me a picture of yours, I'm gonna try to get them out so we can have it up. So when the actual picks come out, we can compare and things of that nature. So.
For sure.
But if you got any last words, I know the draft's about to. You know, they got 5 minutes just got on the clock for the Wizards. So let me know.
So
let the people know they can find you, man.
My last words, you can find me at Carl Talking College on YouTube, a part of the R2L network. I love doing stuff like this. I do the NFL this what the 3 years now. I've done the NFL, so I love doing mock drafts. Appreciate you for having me on your show. Um, Everybody, good luck with the NBA draft. Hopefully, you get who you want. And for us, hopefully, we get a lot of picks right now on mock draft. So you can come back and tune in to us. We appreciate everybody who watched, left a comment. And this Thursday, for my college football fans, on my show, I will be grading all of the Power 5 conference new head coaching hires that happened this offseason in college football. I did the group of 5 last week. I'm doing the Power 5 this week. We will be taking a break, and then it's on to conference predictions. You muted.
Yes, sir, my boy. Well, it's good having you on, man. Go ahead and check out that draft, man, and you have a good day, man.
Sir.
All right, that was my boy Carl, CTC Carl himself, MVP himself. He was MVP off the court. I was MVP on the court. You feel what I'm saying? But we make a great team, man. That's our mock draft right there, man. Before I get out of here, though, I want to touch on a couple moves that were made. First, I want to start with the hiring of Tiago Splitter to the Bulls. Like Big O said, man, it's a great signing for them. I thought that the Blazers fumbled this one. I thought that he did an excellent job with them, helping them get into the play-in, despite all that was going on with the Chauncey Billups allegations and the betting and all that good stuff. And then also we're going to talk. I want to just give a shout out to the Miami Heat. You know, they made a trade for Giannis. Ended up getting Giannis over there. I thought that trade helped put them back on the map because they were sliding, man. Ever since they made it to the finals those couple of times, they were pretty much not doing nothing. And picking up Giannis, pairing him with Bam Adebayo, hopefully they can get some. They gotta get some guys around him, and then they still have Davion Mitchell, and if they re-sign Norman Powell, I like what they did. But if they lose Norman Powell, and they're gonna have to find somebody to fill that role because they don't have a certified bucket getter still without having him. He's a certified bucket getter, especially when you got a Giannis out there, and you also got a Bam out there. Those guys don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't just get buckets. I mean, people gonna say, you know, Bam had that 80-point game, but we know what happened for real. And then, you know, also we got I think Tyler Hero, Hami Hakas. You also had Khalil Ware. Those are the main 3 guys that got traded in that trade. And I thought it was a pretty decent move for the Bucks. They ended up getting some draft picks, and now they can get into rebuilding, man. And they get the Thanos off of their team because, man, all he was doing was just holding down a bench seat and taking money because his brother was on the team. They also had another move for Minnesota. They got up off of Julius Randle. We were confused at first, but we said this had to be a cap space move. And right after that, what did they do? They signed Ayo to a 5-year, $112 million deal, which is well deserved. Balled out in the playoffs, had a 40-point game for them. Really came to play for that team. So shout out to him as well. And the last thing I wanted just to quickly touch on. Well, first, Trae Young also signed, I believe it was a $200 million deal with the Wizards to stay with the Wizards. And I thought that was big for the Wizards. They locked him in. He's, you know, letting them know that he's there. You know, he's kind of committed. I see a lot of videos him saying, you know, a lot of people counting him out. He's poised to have a big year. So I'm a big Trae Young fan. I live in the cities in DC. So I want to see him do good. So shout out to him for that. And also shout out to the Magic. I know this happened during the playoffs, but they end up getting Sean Sweeney as the head coach from the Spurs. And I think that's going to do great. He was the head of their defense over there. And he seems like he's very detail oriented, and he speaks on just being great consistently. And that's something that the Magic need. They just need someone that shows some consistency and help them find their consistency in their play. So shout out to all the changes. We will have another episode tomorrow just to recap the first round. And then you can catch me Thursday on our main show, the Refuse to Lose show, to recap the whole draft. So make sure you tune in, you lock in, because hold on. Shout out to my boy Mangus, man. He's great. Please look out to him. Hey, man, hopefully he look after us. You feel? Hopefully we ain't gotta look after him. He gotta look after us. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's been a while, but I know that he gonna do his thing. Because his press conference, he seemed like he's about his business, and I like that. But you know, the draft is underway. I think I can give y'all the first pick right quick. Let me see if the Wizards made it yet. The pick is in. They haven't announced it yet. I would have told y'all, but you gotta watch it live. But we know that your boy Vaughn gonna be back. It's off season, but we got WNBA to lock in, and we also got this draft coming up. And it's a lot of all season talk because you know them girls be hooping. So your boy gonna be back because you already know what it is. Real ballers gonna ball.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.